Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a fascinating journey back to 1958. Before us is a rare piece of visual history, a time capsule that captures the absolute peak of mid-century modern design. It was a time when lines, forms, and colors weren't just aesthetic choices, they were a declaration of optimism. Before we dive into this Technicolor world, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for your support. And since this is part 1 of our deep dive into the 50s aesthetic, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the second part. Now, let's explore the American look. Notice the obsession with geometry in these opening frames. This isn't accidental. In the late 50s, the world was on the brink of the space age. Sputnik had just launched in '57, and the race to the stars influenced everything on Earth. Designers were moving away from the heavy, ornate styles of the pre-war era towards something aerodynamic, clean, and mathematical. These intersecting lines represent connectivity and structure, the blueprint of a perfectly ordered society that the post-war boom promised to build. We transition from abstract art to the reality of the suburban dream. Look at the colors here. Vibrant, saturated Technicolor. We see a focus on leisure. This was a pivotal moment in history where the concept of lifestyle was being invented. The weekend wasn't just time off, it was a curated event. Notice the boy painting a soapbox derby car. This is subtle, but it highlights the immense car culture of the time. Even children's play was modeled after the automotive industry, painting stripes and stars, mimicking the customization of hot rods. Here we see the gadgets: a handheld 8mm movie camera and a charcoal grill. These were status symbols. They told your neighbors that you had disposable income and the free time to use it. But look closely at the wall-mounted device, an early home intercom system. This is the ancestor of the smart home. In 1958, the idea that you could talk to someone in another room without shouting was the height of luxury. It was about convenience, specifically designed to make the large suburban home feel manageable. Now the film shifts focus to industrial design. Look at how a simple doorknob or a kettle is treated like a sculpture. This philosophy is called streamlining. Even static objects that never move, like an iron or a coffee pot, look like they are moving at 100 miles per hour. The teardrop shapes, the chrome accents. Manufacturers like General Electric and Sunbeam were hiring top-tier industrial designers to make everyday chores feel like piloting a jet plane. We also see elegant glassware, likely inspired by Scandinavian design, which was becoming incredibly trendy in the US at this time. Let's talk about these interiors. We are looking at the quintessential mid-century modern living room. Notice the furniture. It's low to the ground, often resting on thin, spindly legs or wire frames. This was a reaction against the bulky, heavy furniture of the Victorian era. It creates a sense of airiness and space. Designers like Charles and Ray Eames or Harry Bertoia revolutionized this look, using new materials like bent plywood and molded plastic. The colors, mustard yellow, teal, and muted red, are the signature palette of the atomic age. Welcome to the kitchen of the future. This room was the command center of the 1950s home. Look at the wall-mounted oven and the countertop burners. Splitting the stove into separate components was a radical innovation for the time. And the appliances. We see a pop-up toaster that looks like a chrome bumper from a Cadillac. We see an electric rotisserie and a stand mixer in pastel pink. The marketing message here was clear: technology liberates. These machines weren't just tools, they were servants that promised to free the housewife from drudgery, giving her more time for that leisure we saw earlier. The obsession with aerodynamics continues with this canister vacuum cleaner. It literally glides on the carpet like a hovercraft. And look at this electric fan. The safety cage is designed like a jet turbine intake. Even the baby's playpen is a mesh circle, departing from the rigid wooden bars of the past. Every object in this film is trying to tell us that the future is smooth, efficient, and user-friendly. It's a designed world where friction, both physical and social, has been eliminated. Ultimately, this footage sells more than just products. It sells an ideology. It portrays a world where good design is accessible to everyone, not just the elite. From the packaging of goods on a shelf to the architecture of the home, the 1950s American aesthetic was about packaging the good life itself. It was a time of boundless confidence in industrial progress.
Thank you for watching this analysis. If you enjoyed this trip to the past, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, ring that bell so you get notified immediately when Part 2 drops, where we will look at the cars and heavy industry of this era. See you in the next one.